So please confirm from your end you can see the whiteboard before we start. I want us really to move together. Victor, you can confirm, you can hear me, and you can see the whiteboard.
I can hear you.
But you can't?
Can't see the.
Anyone who can see the whiteboard? I'm using two. I'm using the computer to show you the whiteboard which I'm going to use. So anyone to confirm if you can see that?
I can.
You can?
Yes. But iko nambari.
Iko nambari. Yeah, so long as you can see it is very important. And I want to try to write something to tell me if you can see what I've written. Can you see what I've written?
I know.
You see what you do, you enlarge that screen, then you can zoom. Because from my end, I can see it from my phone. I have the phone, the computer is very far from where I am. Is that possible?
Yes.
So you can see now?
Yes.
Yeah, please kindly move with me. Okay, first and foremost, welcome to this session, and I'm looking forward to having a wonderful class. So we'll be having two different sessions. The first session, I'll be talking about passé composé, formation of passé composé with the verb, auxiliary verb, avoir, and then thereafter we'll have a short break. Then we'll come back to wind up with the formation of passé composé with the verb to be. Okay, just my introductory statement last week, I did inform you that indeed when talk about passé composé formation involves two verbs, that is the auxiliary verb to be or the verb to have conjugated in the present simple tense plus the past participle form of the verb. Today also we are going to take our time to examine or to go through various classification of verbs, how do they behave when it comes to the formation of passé composé. So kindly the person who has unmuted himself or herself, please mute yourself so that we be in one class. Thank you. So today, c'est le français, la date c'est le 24 juin 2020. Alors, je parle de passé composé. Passé composé. The most important thing we are talking about utilisation. Utilisation, je vous expliquais la semaine dernière. Le passé composé, on utilise pour exprimer les événements ou bien les actions achevées au passé. It is used to express actions or events which are complete in the past. Formation, comment on forme ou comment on doit s'exprimer au passé. Les événements qui ont déjà passé sont derrière nous. Comment on doit expliquer ça en français ou bien s'exprimer en français? Formation, nous avons deux verbes. Le verbe avoir ou être. These two verbs are conjugated in the present or present plus participle passé. That is what we talked about last week, just to introduce you to what it means when it comes to passé composé. In this case now, we are saying that the use is the same, whether I use the verb to be or the verb to have, like the past participle. But the most important thing I want you to understand about all this is the formation. How do we form passé, composé? I believe wherever you are, at your own comfort, you're taking notes on the same. Allow me to clear the board. So please, as I write, make sure you take notes because I'll be rubbing the board more frequently. Okay? So we talked about le passé composé avec avoir. Formation of passé composé, formation du passé composé avec avoir. Okay? Avec avoir. So when it comes to formation of the past tense with the verb to have, you have to understand that this verb conjugated in the present, just like I've explained, passé composé is the verb to be or the verb to have in the present simple tense plus the past participle. Now, in this case, or at this juncture, we are using the verb to have to form the past tense. So first, it is upon you to know how to conjugate this verb in the present plus the past participle. So we say the conjugation of the verb to have, we say je, ya, il, elle, on a, nous avons, vous, vous avez, pardon, vous avez, et on a, il, elle, elles ont. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we conjugate the verb to have in the present. So please keep this in mind. I believe you've noted that down. First person, we say je, ya. Second person, il, elle, on a. Troisième personne singulière, nous avons, vous avez, il, elles, ont. So please take note of that. So the formation of a passé composé with the verb avoir is like we say, for example, say, I have eaten. Unlike in English, where you say that I ate or I have eaten. In French, we only have one. You have one. So when, for example, use the verb manger, so just to elaborate that, so when you say j'ai mangé, that j'ai mangé, it means I have eaten, at the same time it means I ate. In French, we only have one to express both in French. So we say j'ai mangé, ou bien j'ai mangé to mean I have eaten or I ate. I hope that is clear. I'm clearing the board again. Just now, talk about how various verbs from past participle as we tackle is the verb to have. Please take note of. So first group verbs form their past participle by replacing the ER. Of course, I'm sure these are I'll share with you on the same, just to navigate through to help you understand further. I said that first group verb form their past participle. For example, the verb parler to speak. You replace the ER with O accent aigu. Therefore, the past participle of this verb will say parler. Any first group verb that ends in ER, that is how they form their past participle. In the real sense that we can confidently say that verb in the infinitive form and the verb forming its past participle, the two are pronounced the same. So we say parler, we say parler. They are the same. But remember, this is just the past participle, but not what we said about the formation of passé composé. It is formed by two verbs. The first verb is the verb to have in this case plus the past participle. So therefore, for you to express yourself using that verb parler, so for example, we say Victor a, the verb to have, Victor a parler a parlé, accent must be here. Victor a parlé avec Madame Veronica. Okay? Victor a parlé, just like you're saying, Victor has spoken with Madame Veronica, or Victor spoke with Madame Veronica. I believe I'm clear on that. Victor a parlé. Someone can also say this, allow me to have this. We can also say, Ruth et Carol, two persons, two people. Therefore, you conjugate the verb to have the third person plural. So we say on. Ruth et Carol ont parlé. Ont parlé avec monsieur. I believe that is clear. Say, Ruth et Carol ont parlé avec monsieur. Ruth and Carol spoke with Mr. Dixon, Monsieur Dixon, in this case. So, Ruth and Carol spoke with Monsieur Dixon. Any intervention at that point? Any question, any clarification, any addition? Clear? Is that clear? J'ai appelé l'hôtel. J'ai appelé l'hôtel. J'ai appelé l'hôtel. I called the hotel. I called this morning. Ce matin, nous avons voyagé. Ce matin, remember there's an accent here. Ce matin, this morning. Ce matin, nous avons voyagé. We traveled. Nous avons, I believe it is visible. Nous avons voyagé à Nairobi, par exemple. Ce matin, nous avons voyagé à Nairobi. This morning, we traveled to Nairobi. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, that is how first group verb form their past participle. Remember my explanation that the ER verbs, they are verbs ending in ER. Remember our introductory when it comes to this language, when I was talking about the classification of verbs. So ER verbs or first group verbs, those are verbs ending in ER. It is very, very simple for you to note how they form their past participle. So you replace the ER, which is the ending, and then you put the O accent aigu, acute accent, and that one forms the first participle. Not, and not again. What I'm saying that once you form the first participle, you have to go back to how do first group verbs, or how do you express yourself, in the past tense, what we call at this point, passé, composé, two components. One thing that should come in your mind is the verb to have that stage where we are in the present plus the past participle. You don't use only the past participle to express yourself in the past. So please take note of that. Any question? Just unmute yourself and ask a question in case you have any. Kindly. Any question? Snyder, can you unmute yourself? Snyder, can you hear me? Hello? Carol? Carol Mawia, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Have you followed what I've said?
Yes.
What have I said? What have you heard? Brief, kindly. Are you there? Carol, I was asking you a question. Bridget? Bridget, can you hear me? Okay. So I will proceed. So I'm done with first group verbs. I want to go to second group verbs. Second group verbs are verbs ending in IR. Okay. So these verbs will replace the IR replaced with the letter E. For example, the verb choisir, which is a second group verb, the past participle is choisir. The verb réussir, past participle is réussi. Okay? Past participle is réussi. So to form the passé composé simple, so we say, for example, les étudiants. You can as well ask your question through the chat if at all you are private network or whatever the challenge you are facing. You can ask a question through the chat. I will see them. So les étudiants. So the subject pronoun here, the noun here, this is a group of nouns. So les étudiants, automatically that takes us to the third person plural. Therefore, we say les étudiants ont réussi. That is passé composé for you. The verb to have in the present, when you get to the third person plural, that's the past participle of the verb réussi. So les étudiants ont réussi. The student succeeded. The student made it. Okay? That is that. So please take note of that. The second group verbs ending in IR, they form their past in that manner. Just to add you one more example on the same. So we can say, for example, nous avons fini le devoir. Devoir is assignment. Nous avons fini le devoir. We have finished the assignment. Nous avons fini le devoir. Nous avons fini. Okay? So you see the past participle, then we have the auxiliary verb to have. Okay? The subject pronoun is no. So we say nous avons fini le devoir. Okay? That is so we have, for example, use the verb béni. Say, Dieu, God, Dieu a béni, Dieu a béni, Dieu a béni, Corinne, avec un garçon. Okay? Dieu a béni. The verb bénir is to bless. Dieu a béni Dorine avec un garçon, a boy. God blessed Dorine with a boy. An example, okay? So for example, me I will say, Dieu m'a béni avec Dieu. Je suis fier de ça. Dieu m'a béni. Or let me just make it a third person so that you understand it. Dieu a béni Monsieur Dieu a béni Monsieur avec trois enfants. Enfants, children. Remember when we did the family members? So I can broadly say that Dieu a béni Monsieur avec trois enfants. God blessed Monsieur with 3 children. I believe I'm clear on that. Unless you have a question, you can ask me. I believe we are moving together. You're gonna kindly just go to the screen, zoom the board, just like I've done. If you zoom, you're going to see what I've written. Just zoom it, you will see. That's what you're supposed to do, kindly. Or you put it full screen. So when you put it full screen, you can see. Okay? So that is that. So we say you have any. So let me try to set it. You tell me from your end if you can, if it is clear. How is that? Someone to respond? Is it better that way? Can one of you just unmute himself or herself and tell us if you can see what I've written, kindly? Jiru Doreen, can you see what I've written on the board? Victor?
From my point,
Sorry?
from my point, I can't see the whiteboard.
You can't see.
Yeah. I think my poor.
You are?
My network.
So you are not seeing my webcam?
Yeah, I can't.
Same.
We're saying same. We're saying same.
Me.
Me, you don't have a name. Thank you. So just a recap very fast. Ladies and gentlemen, you allow me. So I was talking about passé composé. Just as a recap very fast, I said that the first group verbs, we have got first group verbs, second group verbs, and third group verbs. So when it comes to formation of passé composé, remember I said the verb to have during the present. So we have got the verb avoir. So first, formation of passé composé avec avoir. So this verb we say, yeah, okay, yeah, il, elle, a, nous avons, vous avez, elles ont. That is how we conjugate the verb to have now plus the past participle. Okay? So the past participle, this is what I want us to dwell on. How does various verbs form their past participle? So I said, ER verbs, these are first group verbs, the verbs ending in ER. So these verbs, to form their past participle, you simply replace the ER with O accent aigu. For example, the verb parler, the past participle is this. Parler, this. So plus the past participle. So when I say, for example, that verb there, j'ai parlé, it means it's like I have spoken or I spoke. You have spoken or you spoke. He has spoken or he spoke. She has spoken or she spoke. Nous avons parlé, we have spoken or we spoke. Vous avez parlé, you have spoken or you spoke. Ils ont parlé or elles ont parlé, they have spoken or they spoke. I believe that is clear, unless you have a question. I said, please make use of the chat, the public chat. I will see everything from where I sit, okay? I will see everything and I will respond real time. So please take note of that. So allow me to clean my board. So I want to give you some examples of sentences or phrases expressing past. So let me pick a verb like voyager. So I can say, les étudiants de ZTEC, ont voyagé. You see that? Les étudiants de ZTEC ont voyagé à Nairobi. You see here, I have the past participle of the verb voyager. Then this is the verb avoir. Therefore, to form passé composé, it is the auxiliary verb avoir plus the past participle. Avoir, this is what I was saying in the present, okay, plus the past participle of the verb voyager. Therefore, that is how you express passé composé of any past group verb. Remember I've said past group verbs, you replace the ER with O, accent aigu, acute accent. I believe I'm clear there. Without much ado, let me test you on the same. I want you to complete this sentence with the verb, with the given verb. So I have a sentence like this. One, we say, for example, Paul, Victor dash. The verb I have here, ladies and gentlemen, is the verb appeler. Verbe appeler, pour appeler le client. Ok? À appeler le client. Okay? I believe you can see the board. Victor, the verb you are given appeler. So you are told to express yourself in the past, passé composé. So this is passé composé. You have 1 minute to do that work, and then you reveal your answer. Kindly, very fast. Everyone should be writing now. I hope you are thinking on the same, huh?
Smitha, we can't hear.
Huyu anasema
Ruth, kwani mwalimu anaongea? I cannot get a thing.
Wasi, kuna kitu mnaelewa kweli?
Excuse me sir, unaongea peke yako, hatukusikii. Kwani mtu asikii watu?
Bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Any question? So just know that third group verbs are irregular verbs, so they have got subgroups, sub-small groups on how they form their past participle. So first, know that this one's RE changes letter U. But as I said, I'm going to give you quite some verbs which are likely to confuse with this, so please master them. So as much as saying that verbs ending in RE form, the RE changes to U, not all of them. So please take note of the following verbs. I just want to mention immediately. So we have the verb prendre, and the verb derived from this verb. We have the verb, so prendre, we have the verb comprendre, then prendre. Then we have the verb up, then prendre. Then we have the verb sur, then prendre. Now these verbs, they don't behave like the verbs you have talked about previously. So these verbs form their past participle. The first participle of the verb prendre is pris, took. The verb comprendre, to understand, the past participle is compris. You can see where I'm saying that right. The verb apprendre is up, then pris. Appris. The verb surprendre, to surprise, sur, then pris. So please take note of the following verbs. So example, I believe you are moving with me. Examples in a sentence. So we can say, for example, j'ai pris un taxi. J'ai pris un taxi pour aller au collège. J'ai pris un taxi pour aller au collège. I took a taxi to go to the college. J'ai pris, that's the past. I took a taxi. J'ai pris un taxi pour aller au collège. Vous avez des questions? Any question? You can ask. I'm done with that. So kindly allow me. I believe you can still hear me and you are following what is going on. Kindly. So now I want to give you the past participle of various verbs. Very fast. Third group verbs basically. And please move with me very fast because I'll be rubbing the board because of the space. So the first verb is the verb avoir. Avoir. The past participle is that. You. Okay? You. The verb être, the verb to be, the past participle is été. Please take notes. Été. The verb faire, to do, the past participle is fait, did. The verb ouvrir, to open, the past participle is ouvert, opened. The verb mettre, to put, the past participle is mis with S. The verb suivre, to follow, the past participle is suivi, followed. The verb boire, to drink, the past participle is bu. Okay? The past participle is bu. The verb croire, to believe, croire, C-R-O-I-R-E. The past participle is, is cru. J'ai cru ce que Juguna m'a dit. I believed what Juguna told me. J'ai cru. Okay, let's proceed. The verb voir, to see. To see, so, how do we say so? Vu. J'ai vu Snyder avec quelqu'un. J'ai vu Snyder avec quelqu'un. J'ai vu, I saw Snyder with someone. J'ai vu Snyder avec quelqu'un. An example. The verb savoir, to know how to do something. The past participle is su. Okay? I hope you are following kindly. We have the verb connect, which is also to know. Connect, the past participle is connu. I knew. J'ai connu Brigitte as Zetek. I knew Brigitte as Zetek. J'ai connu mon ami. I knew my friend. J'ai connu Monsieur Dixon. Nous avons connu Nairobi. We knew Nairobi. So connect is to know something or to know someone, but savoir is to know how to do something. Okay? Having the knowledge, this one, savoir. I've explained these verbs, remember, when we are talking about the conjugation, majorly the third graph verb. I did highlighted the difference between the verb savoir and the verb connect. The verb dire, to say, the past participle is that, ladies and gentlemen. So we say did. Okay? The verb lire, to read.
Mwalimu, pardon hapo kwa savoir na connect. Please.
I've said savoir is to know how to, like when you want to say, I know how to dance. Je sais danser. I know how to dance. But you cannot say, je connais danser. No. You can say, je connais Rachel. Je connais Rachel. Let me just bring that. Allow me to grab this side. I believe you've noted this one down. And I believe also you are taking notes. Huh? The verb savoir. Savoir. Le savoir is knowledge. Savoir. I've said it means to know. The verb connect is also to know. But at what context do you use the two? So I've said savoir is to know how to do something or having knowledge on how to do something. So in that context, so for example, I can say, je sais danser. In other words, the verb savoir is accompanied by another verb. Tuko pamoja? Another verb. But the verb connect, so you can say, je connais Dixon. Ladies and gentlemen, the verb connect is always accompanied by a noun. Rachel, have I answered your question?
Oui.
So, je connais Nairobi. I know Nairobi. So, let me ask you a question. Rachel, keep on unmuted. Keep on unmuted.
Okay.
Yes. When you want to say, I know Dixon's name. Which one do you use? Savoir or connect?
Connect.
I know Dixon's name.
Connect.
No, you've not gotten me. Je sais comment il s'appelle. I know how he's called. Je connais. Now, you see, there are two different statements. Let me make it simple for you. I know Dixon's name. I know Dixon. Is there a difference between the two statements?
No.
There is no difference, according to you.
No, you know the name? Okay, there is a difference.
Which is explained.
You know Dixon's. Okay.
I want you to get the verb savoir and the verb connect. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm also trying to understand. They're kind of confusing. But you said savoir is followed by a verb and connect by a noun.
Now, let me make it simple. I know chapati. I know how to prepare chapati. Is there a difference?
Yes.
I have the knowledge how to prepare chapati. I know chapati. Now we are assuming chapati now is a noun, right?
Yes.
So when I say the verb to savoir, to know, is accompanied by a noun. So je sais danser. This person, I know how to dance. I know how to do ABCD. I know how to call him. You see, je connais comment il s'appelle. Je sais comment il s'appelle, pardon. Je sais comment il s'appelle. Je connais ça. You know, to know something, to know someone. To know something, to know someone. Use the verb what? Connect. Okay? But when I want to say, I know where Rachel stays, I use the verb what? Savoir. Je sais où Rachel habite. Je connais Rachel. Je connais Rachel. Je connais Rachel et je sais où elle habite. Connais? You are following?
Yes.
Savoir. Je connais. I know Rachel and I know where she stays. Why is it that I cannot use the verb connect here? I've used the two verbs meaning the same. To know. So I know Rachel. This is what? This is a noun. So adverb of place, you are referring to place. So the verb which is explained is what? The verb habiter. So I've said in my previous submission, if I may say that way, that the verb savoir is accompanied with what? By the verb. It explains more about the action, okay? The verb. Remember the verb, there are two verbs. So the where you stay, do you have the knowledge about where this person says, the person you know this person, but you have the knowledge where she lives. I believe you've understood my point, so you can do more research on the same, okay?
Okay.
Fair enough. So we can proceed. Thank you. Okay. So I've talked about the verb croire. I've said croire is avoir, to see, vu, savoir, su, okay? Connaître, connu. So I can say, I've said connaître, connu. So I can say, j'ai connu, j'ai connu, j'ai connu Maore. J'ai connu Maore à Ruiru. I knew Maore in Ruiru. That's the verb connect I've used, ladies and gentlemen, in the past. Let me continue with giving you the past participle of the past. Time is not on my side. So we have the verb lire, be, lire, lu, écrire. I've given you écrire, right? Écrire. The past participle is écrire, wrote. Pouvoir, to be able to. The past participle is pu. The verb vouloir, to want something or someone. The past participle is voulu. So, j'ai voulu voyager, mais je n'ai pas pu. I didn't manage. So I've used this and this. I wanted to travel, but I didn't manage. Reasons best known to me. J'ai voulu épouser. Épouser is to pressure. Épouser is to
Épouser.
to marry.
Oui, to marry.
So let me form a sentence. J'ai voulu épouser. Let me make some reference here. I'm forming a sentence. So, j'ai voulu épouser Evelyn, mais elle n'a pas accepté. Do you understand that statement? Do you? Rachel, you are the one I'm talking to. As I address the rest also.
Sorry, my network. I wanted.
J'ai voulu épouser Evelyn, mais elle a refusé.
I wanted to marry Evelyn, but she refused.
Exactly. Yes, I rest my case there. You can proceed. Yes, j'ai voulu voyager, j'ai voulu partir, I wanted to leave. J'ai voulu étudier, I wanted to study. J'ai voulu préparer, I wanted to prepare. J'ai voulu parler avec toi, I wanted to talk to you. J'ai voulu attendre, I wanted to wait. J'ai voulu défendre, I wanted to defend. Anything you wanted to do in the past, use the verb vouloir plus the verb avoir, of course, when it comes to expressing yourself in the past. Any question? So, devoir, to have to, devoir also means assignment, okay? Assignment that you have to do. Like I've given you an assignment, by the way, on the portal, check on it. The deadline of submission is Monday, 29th. Time is 7 p.m. Not 7 p.m., 5 p.m., not 5:01, 5 p.m., 5:00, so 17:00 hours on Monday, 29th. Let's remind you. So we have the past participle is that. Is dû with accent circumflex. Accent circumflex on letter U. Dû, I had to. Okay? So we have the verb tenir. Now, ladies, here, I want to talk about the verbs ending with an er. So tenir, venir, devenir, to tenir. Okay? Which one else? Revenir. Any verb ending with nir. I hope you are following. Any verb ending with nir, the IR after the N changes to letter U. So this is tenu, this is venu, this is devenu, this is soutenu. Simple. This is revenu. So that is how those verbs form their past participle. Okay? All verbs ending in before the IR, there's letter N. Please don't confuse these verbs with the second group verbs. So any verbs which has got letter N and then followed by IR, the IR changes letter U. I hope Monsieur has explained that very well. And those who are taking notes can note the same. Okay? I've not wrapped that because I believe you are writing down notes. The verb recevoir, to receive. Okay? Recevoir, to receive. The past participle is reçu with accent circonflexe, accent cédé under letter C. Reçu, receive. J'ai reçu ton appel, I received your call. J'ai reçu ton email, I received your email. J'ai reçu ta lettre, I received your letter. J'ai reçu n'importe quoi, anything. Reçu, received. Okay? Any question? We have the verbs which behave the same like second group verbs. The verb partir, the verb sortir, the verb dormir. Okay? Partir, sortir, dormir, servir, sentir. Partir is to leave. The past participle is partir. To go out, sortir. To sleep, dormir. To serve, servir. And finally, sentir, felt. Sentir is to feel. Servir is to serve. Dormir is to sleep. Sortir is to go out. Partir is to leave. These verbs behave just like second group verbs, but they fall under third group. Okay? Merci. Si vous avez des questions, you can ask me. If you have questions, I'm done here. I want to move to something else. Any question, ladies and gentlemen? Juguna, any question? Bridget, any question? Victor, Doreen, Evelyn, Naida, any question? Doreen, any question? Okay. So please allow me, I want to share with you a clip, okay? So be a good listener as you take notes. So it means understood. Doreen has responded, and I believe we are moving together. That's the most important thing for me. Kindly. Can you hear me? Hello?
We can hear.
Did you follow the video, Wanjiku? Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear, but I was writing.
Good. You didn't hear much, eh?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So basically, I just want to echo what was being said there. So please move with me. I really want to finish this topic today. I have few minutes remaining before we end up this chapter. So basically, remember when we were talking about negation, we talked about negation, and when it comes to negation, here remember we have got two verbs which are involved. We have got the verb to have in the present plus the past participle. So the webcam is loading just in a minute. Victor, I didn't even see. But Wanjiku, I hope you are seeing what I was sharing. Eh? I think the problem is the network. Yes, Victor, I didn't even see what I was sharing. Was saying. Allow me to share the screen as I explain myself to wind up with the
Excuse me. We can't hear anything.
Can you hear me, Evelyn?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sorry. So I was explaining negation, what it entails, because that one we talked about it in that video I shared with you. So negation, for example, you want to say I did not travel, or I have not traveled. So remember, a positive sentence say j'ai voyagé. Okay. So to negate this, you negate the verb to have. This one remains. So ne pas sandwiches the verb, the auxiliary verb. So we say je n'ai pas voyagé. So this is what we are told. Je n'ai pas voyagé. So the verb to have is what is sandwiched with the ne pas. Because remember when we were talking about negation last semester, I said that ne become n apostrophe before a verb beginning with a vowel or silent h. So basically, all formation of passé composé with avoir will always be n apostrophe, because we say j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils, elles ont. All the verb, the auxiliary verb to have begins with what? With a vowel. So this is how you do negation. So you can also say les touristes n'ont pas voyagé. The tourists didn't travel, or the tourists have not traveled. So basically, what you negate the verb to have across. So I believe that is clear. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to wind up with the formation of passé composé with the verb to be. So I invite you to write what I'm going to say now. Kindly write what I'm just about to say. Passé composé avec, passé composé with être. So say passé composé with être. This very important. Passé composé with être. So please, I'm going to dictate some notes just to save time. So passé composé with être, I believe you can see what I've written. Passé composé with être. So I want to invite you just to take note of what I'm saying. It's very, very important. So remember, so we say that, so write this. As much as many verbs form their past tense with the verb to have, avoir, as much as many verbs form their passé composé with avoir, as much as many verbs form their passé composé with avoir, comma, there are special group of verbs. There are special group of verbs. There are special group of verbs which form passé composé with the verb être. There are special group of verbs which form their passé composé with the verb être. Full stop. They therefore form passé composé. They therefore form passé composé with the verb être au présent in the present. They therefore form their passé composé with the verb être au présent plus the past participle or participle passé. So they therefore form their passé composé with the verb être conjugated in the present, okay, plus the past participle, okay? These groups of verbs include These groups of verbs include: 1, the verbs of motion. The verbs of motion, they include: 1, the verbs of motion, okay? 2, the verbs morir, to be dead, naître, T-R-E, N-A-T-R-E, naître, to be born. Then we have the verb devenir, to become. So the verbs of motion, they are 14, plus these 3 verbs, totaling to the verbs, 17 verbs. So these verbs, you have to know them. Then the third category of the verb is the verbs, we call them pronominal verbs. The pronominal, that is where we started, if you remember. Pronominal verbs. This is the first topic we dealt with when it comes to this semester's course. So we have 17 verbs. That's the verbs of motion 14, which I'm going to give you. Then we have got the other 3 verbs: the verb mourir, the verb naître, the verb devenir, and then we have got the pronominal verbs. So I want to draw to your attention how these verbs behave. Kindly, very fast, without much ado, we can move to that. Okay, so first, know how to conjugate the verb to be in the present. Okay, so we say je suis, tu es, il, elle, est, nous sommes, vous êtes, et finalement, le troisième personne pluriel, we say il, elle, sont. Of course, remember it's plus what? Plus the past participle of the verbs I'm just about to give you. Okay? The 17 verbs. The verbs of the pronominal verbs, you already know them. So I want to invite you to write this. So just write this. Now, most of the verbs expresses or express motion or a change of place. Most of the verbs expresses you're gonna I've muted you. Most of the verbs expresses or express most of the verbs expresses express motion or change of place state or condition. State or condition. That is to say, i.e., going up, going down, going in, going out, etc. So there is an abbreviation that we use to help you understand that. there is an abbreviation that we use to illustrate that. So basically, I'm going to give you those 17 verbs, which takes the verb to be. So I'm just going to write them down so that you know them, okay? So they are the following verbs. So please follow very fast, write them. I'm going to give you their past participle. Please note, most of the time they form their past tense with the verb to have. So please follow. So the first verb is we have, let me start with the verbs of motion. So we have the verb monter, which is a first group verb. Monter is to climb. So the past participle, you know, er, how they form that. So it is monter, okay? We have the next verb, descendre, which is the opposite, to go down. The past participle re changes to you, so we say descendu, okay? Then we have the verb tomber. This verb we met long time ago. To fall, the past participle is that, tomber. Then we have the verb rester. Rest, I mean to stay behind. The past participle is rester. Remember what I said about formation of the past participle, across. Then we have the verb arriver, to arrive. R, arriver. The past participle is arriver. Then we have the verb entrer, to enter. Still first group verb, the past participle is that, entrer. Then we have the verb venir, to come. Venir, the past participle is, remember I talked about the verb ending with ner. So ir changes to you. So we say venu. We have the verb aller, to go. Remember this verb? The only verb which has got the same ending like first group verbs. So the past participle here behave like er verbs, aller. We have the verb sortir. Sortir is to go out. S-O-R-T-I-R. The past participle is sorti. Okay? That is that. Then we have the verb revenir. Again, revenir is come back again. So we say the past participle is revenu. Okay? Revenu. Wait me so that you can see. Revenu. I don't know whether it is clear. I believe it is clear. You can see. Clear there? Revenu. We have the verb. We have the verb rentrer. Rentrer. The past participle. This is a first group verb. So I'm sure you are aware how it is forming the past participle, rentrer. We have the verb retourner, to return. Again, first group verb, you replace the er with o accent aigu. So we say retourner, that's the past participle. We have the verb partir, to leave. I mentioned this verb when I was giving you the past participle. It takes the verb to be. So we say parti, left. We have the verb passé, to spend time or to pass by. So we say to pass by, not spend time, to pass by. So that's the first group verb. The past participle is that, passé. Then these verbs are how many? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These are the 14 verbs I was talking about. Now those 14 verbs, you add the following verbs. Naître, to be born. So the past participle is né, born. the verb morir, which is more, died. Okay? Or you say dead. She is dead. You say she is dead. She was born. Okay? Already the verb to be. Then finally, we have the verb devenir, to become, which form the past participle devenu. Remember, I talked about verbs ending in nir, devenu. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the verbs I'm referring to when it comes to the verbs taking or forming passé composé with the verb to be. So please note these verbs. So the 17 verbs, you have no option but to master them as far as the formation of passé composé is concerned. Any question? So I believe that is clear. So just to wind up, I want you to note this, that so note this. Kindly note what I'm saying. So the verbs, write this. The verbs forming passé composé with the verb être, I've written it on the board, être. The verb forming their passé composé with the verb être. Note that, it's very important. The verbs forming their passé composé with the verb être must show agreement, of their past participles in gender, open the bracket, masculine or feminine. Masculine or feminine. Note, based on what I've said, note, if the subject is feminine, then we add letter E to the past participle. If the subject is feminine, we add letter E to the past participle. Okay? In terms of number, that is plural. In terms of number, in bracket plural, in terms of number, that is plural, we therefore add letter S. We therefore add letter S. We therefore add letter S to both masculine and feminine, as shown below. As shown below. We therefore add letter S to the plurals, as shown below. So please be with me, Be with me. I'm winding up. Once you understand this, the rest we leave for you to do research. The most important thing, I've given you the verbs, you know their meanings, so you should be in a position to use them. So I'm going to use a sort of a table. So kindly follow, and I believe you will follow so that it will be easy for you to understand my point. Okay? I believe will follow to understand my point. So I have two tables here. So I want to use the verb. Which verb do I use? Anyone, which verb do you want me to use among the verbs I gave you as we wind up? Kindly choose a verb very fast. Anyone? Are we there? Juguna, Ruth, are you there?
Yes.
Which verb should I use? Pick a verb among the verbs I gave you.
Tombe.
Tombe, merci. So if I'm the one speaking, so I'm going to use myself and Juguna, Ruth. So Dixon is the one speaking. So I will say, je suis tombé. You see that? Je suis tombé. Je suis tombé. Je suis tombé. Juguna will say this. Je suis tombé. But remember, we are told if the subject is feminine, remember this is Juguna speaking. Juguna will add letter. I will add letter E. But we are saying the same thing. So this letter E is showing that the person speaking here is what? Is female. I hope you are following what I'm doing. Je suis tombé, but we are saying the same thing in terms of pronunciation, but written is not the same. Je suis tombé, I fell. Je suis tombé, I fell. Okay? So, tu, I'm referring to a male, Victor. Victor est tombé. Okay? Now, I'm referring to Juguna, so I will say, tu es tombé. Okay? You, for example, I can say, tu es tombé malade. You fell sick. Tu es tombé malade. Il est tombé. But here, I will say elle est tombé. You can see the difference. I always, I'm adding letter E to the singular. Those are singular. Now the plural form. So I will say, now nous sommes tombés. Now, what is wrong with this? Anyone, very fast, please, so that we save time. What am I supposed to do here? Yes, Juguna?
You should.
Yeah?
You add letter S.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. You understood my explanation. I appreciate you for that. Keep it up. So, nous sommes tombés. But here, nous sommes, you add what? ES. Okay? Remember here, this I add letters because the plural form of nous is what? Je. So we say nous sommes. Feminine, you add E. Plural, you add what? S. Now, vous êtes tombé. Assume I'm using this in forms of plural form. So here we say also, vous êtes tombé. That is, if you're using vous as plural, but I'm going to explain that further. ES. Now, ils sont tombés. S, but here we say elles sont tombées. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are following what I'm doing. And I am done. But please note this, because remember I said, sorry, I see you cannot. So here, you can see the whole board now, right? Good. So here, the vous you can use with one person. If you're using one person, So based on the gender, just like choose, so I can still say, if you are addressing one person, remember I told you there are two levels of communication. Vous êtes tombé. If you are addressing someone in a formal manner, tombé, there you say, vous êtes tombé. In this, you've used this instead of what? Instead of tu. You've used vous. We talk of when you're addressing an older person, and this is something that we are talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe you've understood me, unless you have a question. One thing I want you to note here is that anytime you form passé composé with the verbs, 17 verbs I've just given you, I've given you their past participle, please master them. You have the past participle must agree with the subject, and that is what we have done. For feminine, you add letter E. For masculine, remain as it is. The past participle remain as it is, unless in the plural form you add the S in the plural form, as you can see here. For the feminine singular, you add letter E. The plural, you add the ES, as you can see. Sorry, this one you have to take note where you put the accent, kindly. So sorry, this one it's supposed to be in the first one, not the second one. So the letter E is just manifesting that indeed the subject is feminine. So please kindly take note of that. And once you master these verbs, I don't see why you can't express yourself in the past when it comes to passé composé. Any question? Any question? Any question? Juguna Ruth, you heard me, eh? You understood?
Yes.
Thank you. Victor? Bridget? Not present. Rachel?
Oui.
Merci. Donc, I think I want to end it there, unless you have a question, unless you have something to add, to subtract. Please, as we wind up.
Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for making us attend this class. Thank you for our teacher. Thank you for the lesson. Thanks for making us understand, and I hope you continue making us understand even more. Yeah, what I've not prayed, please answer for us, even if we haven't asked for it. In Jesus' name I pray and believe. Amen.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening.